Hi everyone, welcome back to the Dowsing Oracle Guide. Last time I was here, I was showing everyone how to activate your pendulum if you don't know how to use one, and also mentioning the 3 permission statements that are really important to ask before you dowse, especially if you're asking questions for another person, and also just remembering to get yourself, be in a nice quiet space and get yourself into just a calmer space within yourself, and feel a little bit more in your own energetic alignment, and then you're in the best place to dowse. I did mention last time about activating your maybe swing. Now, the reason why maybe shows up is because simply sometimes we don't need to know the answers that we're asking about. And there are different reasons why that happens. So it could be it's simply the wrong time. The actual time that you're sitting and dowsing isn't right. So that can show up and you can just get a maybe. And you can check that. So if you're asking for something and you get a maybe, you can always check and say, is this the right moment to be dowsing for this? And you'll quite often find you get a clearer yes or no then. But also sometimes we're simply not, not supposed to know the answers, right? And I think that's the same for so many things. Sometimes we simply don't need to know in that moment or on that day. It just isn't right. So again, that's why we get a maybe. So the maybe is an absolute indicator of yes, there is an answer, but you're not going to get that answer right now. So I just wanted to explain that so it's understandable. Now we can use dowsing, as I've said, for our clear yes or no questions, and that's predominantly what you're using dowsing for, is to get clarity. But we can use dowsing, such as use dowsing rods, here's just one of them, but going out and looking at earth-based energy, going out to fields and looking for directional flow within the land, looking for water, divining for perhaps minerals or precious metals, etc. So divining is very much used in that sense. And then again, when we're asking for questions for ourselves or for other people, then we're quite often using a pendulum instead of using a pair of divining rods. Now, practice makes perfect, and that's the same with dowsing. And the more that you use it, the more proficient you get, and the better and clearer you begin to understand the flow of your pendulum and what that energetic flow feels like when you're using it. So I might be asking a question, get a yes or no answer, but if it's just swinging slowly, then even though I'm trusting the answer, I know that it's a weak answer. It feels slightly weak. So I'll trust it. If it's saying no, it's saying no. If it's saying yes, it's saying yes. I will trust that. But if the energetic flow and spin of the pendulum is slightly slow or sluggish, I'll also take that as a slight energetic weakness around the answer as well. Okay? And sometimes I see that as subject to change as well, but that's a conversation for another time, right? But it is about practice, and we can practice using objects and checking objects. So I've got a pack of dragon cards here that I love, and I'm just going to hold the dragon cards up and just give that quick demonstration. So I'm going to say and ask, is this a pack of dragon cards? Even though I know the answer, I'm just checking my pendulum and my higher self are tuned in properly. Okay, so let's get ready. So I am saying, is this already in my head? I'm already asking, is this a deck of dragon cards? And it's clearly giving me my yes answer, which is a clockwise swing. And it's spinning really fast, actually, as you can see. So it's almost like, I'm tuning into my higher self or my intuitive self, and I'm, it's almost like, well, it's ridiculous. Of course, it's a deck of dragon cards. But it's still giving me the answer, right? It's still giving me the answer. Now I could use it in another way, and I could use it to ask a bit of a trick question. So I've got a little magnifying glass here, and I could simply hold my pendulum over it and ask it a different question, ask it a trick question, right? So I'm gonna do that. So I'm going to say, is this a cushion? I'm going to hold my pendulum over it, and I'm saying again and again in my head, is this a cushion? Is this a cushion? And it's swinging. No, it's not a cushion. Clearly not. So again, just to redo it and show you again. So a magnifying glass, and I'm asking, is this a magnifying glass? And it is a magnifying glass. So this is the way that we can practice using our pendulums, so that we feel clear about it and we feel confident, because the more that you use it, the more confident and proficient you're going to become. And then we can expand using it into more complex questions to get the answers that we're seeking. And I think in the times that we're living now, we're all looking for clarity and we're all looking for answers to our questions, especially when they're personal ones, right? I think everybody's looking for that. I'll just show you another nice thing to use your pendulum for, or a pair of dowsing rods. So crystals I love, and I use a lot of crystals in my space clearing work. They're an integral part of my work. And so I like to make sure that they are resonating at the right frequency for a space, and also that they're a little bit awake and they're not sluggish in their energy field. You know, we know that we can cleanse pendulums and wash them and clear them and put them in sunlight or moonlight to activate them or clear them. But you can also use a pendulum to do that as well, to wake them up a bit, to start spinning a vortex of energy around them, and to get them kind of fired up a little bit. So I'm going to show you here. I can show you with my rod actually. So what I would do is I would hold a crystal in my hand. I might give it a wash beforehand as well. And then I would hold either my dowsing rods or my pendulum, and I would just simply hold the dowsing rod so you can see how this moves. And I would say, I now activate. So I was already saying that in my head before it started moving, but I'm just saying I now activate, and I'm setting that clear intention. I'm giving it an instruction rather than using a question, but I'm giving it a clear instruction, and I'm saying I now activate. So there it is, activating this field space of this crystal. It's still going, isn't it? It's still going quite strong as well. And it's just expanding the energy of this crystal. And you can use this type of method with a pendulum or a pair of dowsing rods to activate your crystals in your home space especially as well. And it will just wake them up a bit, and you'll get more of the energetic flow of that crystal outwards, you know, amplifying out into your space. So it's a wonderful way of using a pendulum, or using dowsing rods as well, just to activate energies. And we can use pendulums and dowsing rods to clear energetic fields and to clear spaces, to give us clear directional flow of where we need to place crystals around our homes, or even to look for objects, or even to douse over a bottle of vitamins. Do I need these vitamins right now, or is this the right food for me to eat? The list is endless. So I'm going to say goodbye now, and I'll be back soon to talk about space clearing and how you can clear some of the energies in your home using dowsing rods or a pendulum. I send my peace, my blessings, and my love to you all. Thank you for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe.